Hey guys, welcome to Random Riley. Today I'm giving you guys my Booktubeathon Wrap Up. Booktubeathon ended last week and I made every single video challenge, so I'll link those videos in the description if you want to check those out. And I did manage to complete my TBR and read all of those 7 books. And I'm actually going to see how many pages I read, because I've actually never calculated that before for a readathon. The first book I read was Passenger by Alexander Bracken. This is the book that was severely hyped. I started this book at midnight on the first day of the Booktubeathon and I finished it at like 2 a.m. on the next day. So I really did like Passenger quite a bit. I liked it more than I liked Wayfarer. The characters are great and I really like learning things about different worlds, and that's mainly what this book was about. There was just like a lot of questions and there's a lot of fun time traveling stuff. I love time travel. And this book was 486 pages. And then next I read the sequel to Passenger. I read Wayfarer by Alexander Bracken. This is the book that you bought because of the cover. I actually wasn't going to buy the Passenger series, so I was just going to get them from the library until the cover for Wayfarer was released, and I was like, I have to get that book, it's so pretty. I didn't like this one as much as I liked Passenger. I did like the Passenger series more than I liked The Darkest Minds. Just the main thing I didn't like about Wayfarer was, plug your ears for a second if you don't want to know anything about Wayfarer. The main thing I didn't like about Wayfarer is that the two characters were kind of separated in this book for the majority of it, and I didn't like that. That's always my problem with like sequels, is when the characters are separated. It annoys me. I'm just like, why? You have to do that. We spend the whole first book trying to get you together and then you just separate. I hate that. That was my only complaint about this book. I still really enjoyed it though, so yay. This was the longest book I had to read. 532 pages. The next book I finished was The Friday Night Knit Club by Kate Jacobs. This was actually one of the shortest books I had this week, but it took me 2 days to finish it. There's a lot of things that on that third day I passed out and I didn't really feel like reading, so that took me a while. I actually really enjoyed this book. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but I really enjoyed it. I loved the whole cast of characters. I love the storyline. The ending made me cry, and it's just, I love knitting, and there's a bunch of like knitting metaphors. Like there's one for like how casting on is about life, and how like the Garter Stitch is like something. The book was only 360 pages. This book I read because the main characters are very different than me. She's a middle-aged woman and I am not a middle-aged woman. And then the next book I read was Shiver by Maggie Steve Otter, which is the book I read in a day. I liked the Raven Boys more than I liked the Shiver series, just because the cast of characters in the Raven Boys is so different and complex. But you don't really get that in the Shiver series. It was kind of insta-lovey, but once I got past that, I really did enjoy the relationship between Grace and Sam. 390 pages. The next book I read was Linger by Maggie Steve Otter, which is the sequel to Shiver. This book I read because it had the girl, had a person on the cover. There's this little silhouette of Grace right there. I was talking about in my update video that I couldn't decide if I liked Shiver or Linger better. I think I like Linger better, just because the majority of the relationships are already developed, although there is something that happens like halfway through and I'm like, no, why? But I'm not going to tell you much about this book because it is a sequel. This one is the shortest book I had to read. This one is also 360 pages. This book has like colored text, it's green, and so like halfway through the book I was like reading it and the text started to look black and I was like, wait, is this book gradually getting black, or have I just been staring at the pages too long? And then the next book I read was Forever by Maggie Steve Otter, which is the 3rd book in that Shiver series. So this is the 3rd and final installment for the Shiver series, which that just focuses on Sam and Grace. The story was kind of open-ended, so I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Definitely, this was my least favorite book in the series. I still really liked it though. It was really enjoyable, but again, I didn't like it as much as the Raven Boys. This book was 386 pages. Right, this was the 7th book I read. And this last book I read was This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. This is the book I read completely outdoors. I understand the hype. I do understand the hype, but I'm not in love with it. I didn't hate it. I did not like the archive at all. It was just straight out, no. I didn't hate this book, but I'm not dying to read the sequel or anything. I really did enjoy August though. I didn't care much for Kate. Kate is pretty annoying. I don't really like her a lot, but I do really like August in this book, and I understand why some people are like, oh my god, this book is the best book, but I still gave it 5 stars because I gave everything 5 stars. We spent the majority of this book focusing more on the world building than the actual character developments and the characters going through their story, so I kind of found it just a bit boring. This book was 427 pages long. Oh, I was so close. No, I was so close to 3,000 pages. So that brings my total to 2,941 pages. I was so close to 3,000. So close to 3,000. I don't think I could have read 3,000 pages, honestly. I didn't have any time after I finished Forever on that last day. It was like maybe 10 o'clock and I don't know if I could have read 60 pages in 2 hours. So that's my Booktubeathon haul. I completed it all again. Go me. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more like it. All of my social media stuff's in the description. And I will see you guys next Monday. Bye!